I have a quick question for you all. Are you excited about FLR? Yes or no, put it in the comment section down below. And if you don't know what it is basically a token that is going to be given free to anybody who held XRP before the 12th of December. And the reason I am asking you guys that is because today I want to talk a little bit more about it, as I've still been getting a ton of questions, even though I thought I'd explained everything well. So today, a little bit more about that and of course other crypto news. But before we get into any of that, we are giving away 250 XRP to somebody in the comment section down below once we hit 1,500 likes within 24 hours. And there's just 3 simple steps to enter. Make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. And yeah, that is that. Flare is going to decide tomorrow on whether or not Cardano ADA will be integrated as an F asset. Now, the result will obviously be yes, so we are excited about that, but that is not what you guys came here for, right? You're most likely wondering a little bit, because a ton of people apparently are, why have you not received your FLR? But I keep talking about it on my channel here about what the FLR price is doing. Please consider this, all right? All the FLR on BITRUE is not the real FLR just quite yet. This is just something that the exchange made up to represent the future FLR which will be made. However, if you held XRP before the 12th of December, you are entitled to some FLR into the future. And if you're using this exchange, you also got some FLR in your balance. But once more, it is not the real FLR because that you'll be getting somewhere in the near future, most likely next month or the month after. So people asking, why have I not gotten FLR on Coinbase or Binance, yada, yada, yada. You will get it most likely in 1 or 2 months from now. And I'm once more warning people that the price might not represent anything like this at all. Because if it were to be about 90 cents per piece or $1, that would basically mean everybody who held XRP at the time. We could quickly date back a little bit to about the 12th of December to have a little bit of an overview. You can see right around here is the 12th of December. Anybody who held it at that point is going to get, I guess, double his money worth in FLR for free, which is going to be quite crazy. And I don't think a lot of people would actually hold on through. Now, I've saw some polls on Twitter. I've seen some that asked, would you sell your FLR? And even I had a poll like that too. And a lot of the people said, no, of course we wouldn't, because, well, we'll either get rich with it or nothing's going to happen to it. And I get that. And I still respect that, because I personally wouldn't sell my FLR too unless it's worth a lot of money, because, well, it's worth the risk in my opinion regardless. However, I'm still thinking some of the bigger guys might not think this way. They might just sell it and never give FLR the chance, which is something I'm a little bit afraid of. However, I guess since we can make a lot of money on the Flare Finance platform eventually anyway, it doesn't all matter too much, because in the end of things, we will make money with this regardless of whether or not some of these big guys decide to dump it. And in the end of things, a little bit of dumping, for example, a Jed McCallum, how he did it with XRP, it's not all right? It's not everything. The question is just, how are people going to react instantly when they receive the coin? Will it be like FLR on BITRUE here, which would be amazing and would make us a lot of freaking money? Because if you held a lot of XRP, you basically tripled your money still. So that would be really, really quite amazing. Or once more, is it going to be half a cent worth or a cent worth, which is basically what you should be expecting, just to be sure. Having said that, I've also seen people request this from me here, this little stupid sheet that I sometimes show in the video. I'm going to be sharing this one and a couple of other ones that I have over on Patreon, if you guys want it, because I just saw one Patreon signed up, even though I was not completely done with all my portfolio and all the spreadsheets and whatnot. But I want to just quickly give a little shout out to you for doing that. But I am saying that the Patreon is now, I guess, officially open. At first, I said don't fully get into it just quite yet, but now I'm saying, hey, you can sign up, because I'll be sharing my portfolio on there and a couple other cool things. So just read what I wrote and just go check it out if you want to know exactly what coins I hold. And whenever I buy more, I'll just update it right over there, because I think that's a pretty cool thing for people who just got into the crypto space. Not financial advice, by the way. Very big notice. Not financial advice. But you might want to have some insights into what I'm doing. That could be a pretty fun thing. And as you can see here, this little sheet is just to show. For example, a lot of people have the question, will XRP, will FLR, whatever, ever make me a millionaire, right? And I keep answering the question like, hell, if you have some expectations of your amount of XRP, for example, let's say you're going to get 3,567 XRP, and you think the price is eventually going to go to, I don't know, $122, well, boom, you got yourself about $400,000 eventually at the end goal. If you are going to stack up 17,444 XRP, then and you're thinking the price is going to go to about $34 per piece, boom, you got yourself $600,000, and so forth and so on. If you know of how much money you want to get eventually, and you know the price you think is going to get to eventually, which is, for example, $100 per coin, I don't know, then you see you're going to need about 10,000 coins to become a millionaire. And if you, for example, know your amount of money that you want to have, for example, a million, which could be the case, and you know eventually you're going to be able to get yourself 355, I don't know, 1,000 XRP, as you can see right here, boom. The price only needs to go to about $2.81 to get to your goal. And people just wanted to have this, even though I've shown the formulas, they're ridiculously simple. You can just make it for yourself. I will be sharing this one as well, though, and a couple others for fun, I guess. I also had some small calculations in here every so often. Sometimes during a video, I talk about things. But all of this basically comes down to making sure you handle your finances properly and think about things you're doing, because I've said before, all right, I've been a holder since a very long time. For a very long time. And I actually was here holding XRP as well when it hit an all-time high. And you know what I noticed? I noticed that in the meantime, all that happened was I just kept, hurting my money on the bank due to inflation, but also hurting my XRP monies, because in the Netherlands, you have to actually pay a little percentage every single year on your money. So if you keep your money for 5 years, there's no real capital gains tax except for the 1 point something percent every single year that you have to pay, regardless of whether or not you made gains or losses. And that just kept hurting me, even though I had a lot less money now than I had back then. And it kind of made me think, I need to think of a way to get myself some return on my XRP, or to get me some return on something. And that's once more why I went into the BITRUE thing. Once more, I am not necessarily recommending the exchange. This is not a promotion, because you don't have to use this. I'm just saying, go look for some ways where you are earning interest on your crypto. XRP you cannot stake natively, so you can't really do it in the same way as Ethereum, Cardano, stuff like that. But for example, BITRUE, you have the Power Piggy or the BTR lockups. Exactly how it works, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't fully understand it just quite yet. I just use them both, but you'll see. If you lock up here, I still have never read fully exactly how it works. I just put everything in the Power Piggy, a little bit in the BTR lockups, and it just works like a charm. I just keep getting XRP for my XRP. And I could read into it really quickly and just know the exact situation. I could. I'm definitely going to do that a little bit later today, because I want to make some guides on staking as well. But yeah, it just works like a charm. So just wanted to quickly say that. A little warning about BITRUE. The customer support is not too nice. Not saying too nice is in there rude, but they just don't reply too well. If you have a very simple request, usually a day or so, you'll get a response. If you have an elaborate request, I still have not had some tickets resolved from months ago. Just quick warning for all of you, all right? Just my own personal review. Once more, no promotion. You don't have to use this. I'm just saying, find yourself an exchange or a platform that gives you a return. Use that and use it to your advantage, so that every year that you're a hodler, you'll just keep getting more coins for basically being a hodler. Binance could work for a lot of coins too, by the way, but those are only for native stakeable coins or for the stable coins and whatnot. Then, Ripple funds Rutgers Law School to reform crypto regulation. I just saw this article. I was like, hey, I didn't really see this at any other place. But it's basically so that Ripple's initiative, which is funding a lot of these universities, it's somewhere at the bottom here what the exact name for it is again. I believe it's UBRI. But whatever, you'll find it if you read the article yourself. I don't think it's too relevant though. Just know Ripple's university funding program, which they have, which we talked about a couple of times before. They basically use that, here you see, Ripple's University Blockchain Research Initiative. They're using this to help, or at least put a dent into more US regulations in the crypto space, or at least better ones, and to research it, which I really found interesting. I'm saying partially this is, of course, because Ripple might have some benefit from it, but also in the end of things, it might be because, hey, if they can pull this through, if they can get this done, if they can help out, it might help their case, and it might just help crypto and everybody in this space as well. Right? And it might give them some goodwill too. We don't know, but it's a good idea in my opinion. Then a little side note, go check out GSX. It is the world's first growth coin and a gold-backed crypto. There's a couple days worth of sale left. I believe 6 more days or so before it is over. They said because there's a lot of demand and because they want to help influencers or something like that out, the sale was extended for a couple of days. Whatever. As I said before, I have a couple $1,000s worth in this, as you guys all know. It is right now 10 cents a pop, plus a 5% bonus, plus a 5% bonus for using my link. And all I'm saying is go check it out. We might go crazy in terms of money on this one. We might lose it all. We don't really know, but I'm trying it out because the risk to reward looks good for me. And I'm hoping to 25x my money in a very short amount of time. They already got I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if it's a public email or if I got the email only. Never mind. Crypto is a speculative vehicle and should be regulated, says boss of central bank group BIS. Now, I will go into this a little bit later, into exactly what's been going on, as there is a ridiculous amount of FUD going around the community right now because of regulations that could be coming in. And I believe that that is a good part of why the crypto price is dumped right now, because people are afraid of some heavier crypto regulations. Now, that also ties into the article which I just showed you guys about Ripple specifically, as they are trying to fix this whole system. Ripple has been really a pioneer in that forefront. But yeah, there's multiple articles being written today and yesterday about what regulations could be coming in and how crypto is so speculative. I think it's all a little bit of backlash as well from the Federal Reserve, who said it is speculative, basically like gold in some sense, not really a currency. And also, of course, the options expiring Friday, which we talked about on 5-Minute Crypto. I think it's all quite relevant. But to read the quote here really quickly, cryptocurrencies should face more regulation according to the BIS. Tokens like Bitcoin are being used as a speculative vehicle and aren't a threat to central banks, Carsten says. His comments arrive as various central banks around the world are exploring their own digital currencies, and all I can say is the SEC approved Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I believe too that a lot of those guys from the higher up have already admitted that Bitcoin is here to stay and Bitcoin will take over and blockchain technology is good. Will really heavy regulations come in where you cannot use it anymore? No, that will most likely not happen because they can't. If they do that, it would only provide more proof that the use case for Bitcoin is definitely there. The fact that decentralized money is the way to go. Otherwise, they'll just outlaw you or ban you whenever they feel like it, which is really, really quite bad. In a different sense, can it be made harder to hold or harder to buy and sell and stuff like that? Yeah, that could be coming. So, always be cautious, I guess. Don't have more than you're able to lose, even though I have 95% of my liquid net worth into crypto because I think that's worth it. Yeah, I don't know. People all have different opinions on these types of matters. People all have different opinions. I just think crypto's here to stay. But as you're seeing right now, if you had all your money worth, you just sold your house for crypto, and all of a sudden you're down 10%. That I'm not gonna say whatever, but that little thing, sitting on your night cabinet might look a little bit more tempting at those points. So please, guys, be careful with your money. Don't put more than you're able to lose anyway. Unless you want to, I guess, go all out and go crazy. Once more, not financial advice. I am personally doing that, though. But once more, not personal or financial advice, regardless. You guys understand it. And then South Korea faces strict crypto regulation. Let me just quickly show the articles. All about the freaking regulations right now that people are talking about here. Once more, another one. Yep. People are afraid of it. Goldman Sachs, however, this is a different side of things. Goldman Sachs registers proxy Bitcoin investment product. Once more, I'll talk a little bit more in depth about all this in a later video because I think it is freaking dumb. Yet people get afraid quite easily when regulations are being brought up. Logically, though, because that might hurt their pockets and that might hurt their sales and stuff like that. Whatever. All right. This is all talk about Bitcoin mostly, though, because XRP's lawsuit is already going on. We will know exactly what we're up for in just a couple of months, most likely. I also have a really, really cool video coming out after this one, so stay tuned, stay subscribed. It's going to be crazy, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Little side note, we still have to pick a couple of winners from yesterday, so I'm also thinking about doing the announcement in one of the videos here just now. But I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it just quite yet. So that's a little side note. There are some winners who are going to have to be picked from the Prime XBT giveaway. It is coming though, so stay tuned.